Hello and welcome back. Today we're playing Avorion, a brand new game, came out on Steam. It's in early access, or beta apparently, according to this thing up here. It's a space game. You build ships, mine asteroids. There's not a whole lot of content to, well, there's actually quite a decent amount of content to it at the moment, but we'll get to that further in game here. Now, if I sound a little groggy or something, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you I'm quite not feeling well right now. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the game. If I can close the start button, that would work. Now, since it is in early access, it is a little bit buggy in some things. It's not fully optimized yet or anything, so it does run pretty well, though. I've only had it crash on me once, and that was when I was deleting a block for my spaceship, and it was the core block, so we're not going to do that again. Anyway, once this is finished loading, I will say most of the ships that you run into in the universe are procedurally generated ships, like this one here in the picture. Same thing with the station. Same thing as I am really close to that. You always start off really close to a station. You always start off in a drone. And then the first thing you need to do is find an asteroid that's rich in metal. Mostly iron, usually. This kind of reminds me of Omicron Library from X3 Terra Conflict. We'll boost our way over here and we'll mine this asteroid. Now, the goal for today's episode is going to be making a ship, which I will skip the most part of the making and just show you the good bits in between. It's pretty straightforward how to make a ship. We do need 500 just to start the ship, 500 iron there, you can see the top, just to start the ship. And then I roughly start with about 300 or 3,000 iron. I will also note that it does cost money to build your ship. So we might need more resources or less depending on how big we're going to go with it. And where are we here in the universe? We're quite far out. Usually you start on one of these outer rims. And the goal is to get kind of towards the center of the universe, because that's where the higher tier materials are, such as Avorion, Agnite, Xenon, Trinium, Nanite. Yeah, that stuff's all more towards the center of the universe. Avorion, of course, being the best material to build out of, and being closest to the center of the universe. Titanium we can find out here, but it's rather rare. Okay, there we go. Oh, this ain't good. I do have full collision damage on, so that's gonna hurt. Good thing is we're in a drone, so I don't think it really matters if we hit too many things. Of course, I don't know what happens if you die in your drone, what happens there, but I do know there's an insurance plan thing for your ships. I don't know if that covers the drones, or if you just start off again another drone in your station here. And throughout time, or while you're playing, you can upgrade your ship, you can upgrade the turrets and things on it, do missions for the stations, kill and attack pirates. There's an alien race, which I don't know what they're quite 100% doing. You can upgrade your ship with special upgrades. You can make stations, but at the moment I don't think you can really do anything with stations other than making massive storage depots. Not for like raw resources like this, but for bought resources like energy cells and the like. There's a merchant out there that's orange for some reason. The controls are a little bit wonky in my personal opinion, but it could be worse. We're gonna run into this again, aren't we? Oh, we stopped just shy. Another thing I kind of haven't learned yet is how exactly to place turrets down in a position where they're all going to work, I suppose you could say. I have figured out how to make ships that actually stop in time. That was something I learned yesterday. I have played a little bit of this in a single player world that you saw there at the main menu. I had a little save called Sanctuary. And that's my single playthrough of this. Well, this is a single playthrough. There is multiplayer as far as I can tell. I don't know if it's implemented and working yet, but there is multiplayer. At least there's a button for it. And I'm wondering if there's going to be any titanium in our starting system. That would be nice, but also a bad thing. Right, I'm going to go ahead and collect the rest of the resources, and if I come across anything interesting, I'm going to record. But I'm going to try to get to 3,000 iron, and then we can start building our ship. So, see you in just a minute. I will say, however, in the drone, it takes bloody forever to get from one place to another. I figure while I'm on the trip to this asteroid belt here in front of me, this one here, little cluster, there are gates that you can use in this game, like that one there, and it'll take you to a different place in the universe, but otherwise you can also use your jump drive, which will warp you to a very limited section, the blue outline of how far you can go. Yep, that's pretty much it. And we'll get on to some further things later, so see you in a minute. Alright, so after forever flying around this area, I've finally found a titanium asteroid. You'll see that it's white instead of orange. That's how you tell all the different asteroids apart. They're or. I mean white, the spots on it, like here, are white. It doesn't look too horribly big, which may not be good, but it's better than nothing. Essentially, the only reason I'm looking for this is so that way we can have a generator on our ship that's not crap. Anyway, and let's go ahead and mine this up. Oh, we're gonna run into it. We're gonna run into it. Yay, we made it. Close call there. Let's get out of the asteroid. It might make it easier to mine. Yeah, generators take a lot of money to make, and they also cost a little bit in the way of crew members, if I recall correctly, on top of their cost to build. We only had 123 in that, so I'm going to see if I can find one more, hopefully, a larger size asteroid. I'm not going to search too much longer because I'm starting to get kind of tired of flying around empty space mining. This is basically what the game is doing that, though. There's trading, though, and some other things. I'd really rather hurry this up along so we can get out of the system. I still don't know why that guy is orange. Oops. Yeah, nothing really. I don't know why he's orange. Anyway, see y'all in a minute. Alright, this one didn't take as much to find, but this is definitely a larger size asteroid. And it looks like it's got titanium. It might be iron just really glaring in the sun. No, that's titanium. Once you get close enough, it'll tell you down here, but... Alright, I'll mine this out. Hopefully not run into it this time. There we go. This is going to take a little bit longer to mine. I don't really want a whole lot of titanium because if I waste all my money on a generator, then I won't have enough money to spend on actually getting the rest of the ship or the crew members without selling away some of my iron and stuff. Anyway, I'll be back when we start creating the ship. I had to go fly over to that resource station we started at, though, because I want to not be too far away from that when the ship's created. See you in a minute. Okay, so while I've been mining this asteroid, I noticed that a group of aliens jumped in, and while I started off purple, they turned red immediately, so... yeah, they're shooting things. We're going to fly over there once they all die, and see if we can collect any things off their ship. Can't really do that with our current setup, but if they have more upgrades that we can get and then later sell. It'll get us a decent amount of money right off the bat. So far, I figure that's probably the quickest way to make money. It's just to scavenge off dead ships and wreckages. And I need to head that way anyway to get to that. But we have a little over 1,000 titanium now, which is good. There we go. Alrighty, see you in a minute. Done. Let's go ahead and click the scraps. I can see one wavy thing here that we need to pick up. That'll give us some money. And I see one down here. And of course, these ships were made out of resources and things, so they will have some titanium and stuff floating around them. Here is an upgrade. Give me that. And there's some titanium. If we had a salvage gun, we could shoot these and salvage the resources off of them. But we don't have a salvage gun. Let's see the other wreckage. I disoriented myself here, so I gotta figure out where it is. But there's something green over there. This one looks like another upgrade. Occasionally turrets will drop off and you can pick those up. Yeah, that was an upgrade. Here's another upgrade. There's some iron there. Yep, one piece of iron. Is there any more? There were 3 ships, and I know we only had 2 here. Oh, hold on. That's another thing of titanium. I'll go mine that real quick, and then we'll start building the ship. Be back in a little bit. If we mine that, let me check. What did we pick up from those guys, I wonder? We picked up a cargo tech upgrade, which makes it bigger on the inside, essentially. Another mining system, which picks up the asteroids containing nanite. But we can tell that visually anyway. Improved trading system, displays the prices of goods. I don't get that. And that's pretty much it. So, okay. I'll fly over to the station, we can begin building. Now, the reason I want to fly over to the station before I begin building is because we're going to need crew members, to run the ship. You can fly the ship around without crew members, but it's going to slowly deteriorate your ship. And on top of that, you can't fire any of your weapons. And B, if I happen to run out of money while I'm building the ship, I don't have to fly too far away just to offload some of my extra resources here, such as the 1,700 or 1,700 titanium we have. Almost there. We'll be back when we actually get there. Okay, we're at the station. Finally. I need to enter build mode, of course. We're gonna go ahead and found our first ship here. We're gonna call it the, let's see. Why not? We're gonna call it the LNC Mooniar. Why not? And you'll see we immediately get a square block that's really glitchy looking that we cannot turn. We have a bunch of errors because we don't have crew, we don't have enough mechanics, the rotation are raw, terrible, brake is very low, and thrust is very low, and it's very weak compared to the ships in our nearby sector. So we are going to go ahead and I don't know why it's doing this, but it is. We're going to go ahead and leave the galaxy for a minute and then rejoin. That's what we're going to do. Occasionally I do need to exit the in order for build mode to work properly and things. You do need to exit to the main menu and come back in again. Usually that fixes it. Sometimes I need to go out to the main screen. Again, this is an early access game, so don't take it too don't look at that too hard. There we go. We look like a normal block now, not like a block inside a block that's kind of shifting slowly. And the first thing we're going to do is, since we can't use the iron docks because it's stationary, we're going to get rid of that. And we're gonna find our titanium generator. Here. Now, as you can see, we get a whole bunch of stats. Currently, our hull is 32. That's the base hull. If we don't have any shields, we currently contain 1 block. Our mass, speed, and stuff. We can slowly yaw and pitch our ship and roll it. But as for moving, we can't do anything. Yep. And the amount of crew we need, and the amount of crew space we have. We can also have fighters. Oh wait, that's crew quarters right there. But yeah, there's that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and choose the color that I like best, which I think was Cadet Blue. And I think these change every time you play too, by the way. And we're gonna go ahead and click the transform tool and transform that into a generator. That looks okay. What's this solar sky blue look like? That looks better. Okay. We can also change the scaling step. I like putting things down to 2.5 because I like... This video is going to require a lot of editing. I really do not feel well today. As you can see, changing this into a generator gave us a lot more power than what we originally had. But we're going to add on to that. We're going to go ahead and... Also, you can do mirroring, and there's this grid thing, which I don't quite know what that does. You can also change the focus and all these different things do different things. If you damage your ship, you can repair it here, or you can repair it at a repair dock, depending on whatever floats your boat. But we're going to go ahead and do that. That's quite the power station. That's, yeah, and as you can see, it really increased the amount that our ship, it increases the amount of power we have, which is always good, but on top of that, it increased, look, it's 10,000 just for that, and it doesn't give me a gigawatt of energy. I do have enough for 1 generator. That's that big. And that'll give me about 1,000 or 1 gigawatt, which they go really quickly. The energy does. I probably should see. Okay, my ship's not even facing that way. That would have been weird. So we're gonna go ahead and face it forward instead of sideways. Of course, if you have a smaller than 1 block, which is the base block that you start off with, it's going to generate less power. There's 1.5. I do not like the fact that I'm using all my money up this early. Let's see here. I could probably get away with that. They give me 2 gigawatts of energy there. And no money to play around with. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a little thruster to the ship here. Just a tiny one. Just so that I can get going. And a little brake thruster here. And I'm going to get rid of these here in just a minute. But I need to click on this and kind of move forward a little bit. There we go. What I'm going to go ahead and do is we're going to trade materials. I'm going to trade the rest of my titanium, which is 331 of them. And I'm going to... that would be the wrong one. 331 of those. I'm going to go ahead and sell that to the station and gain a little bit of extra money. And we're going to try to not slide into the station. If we can help it. Forward. There. Okay, we should be losing that little extra bit of speed we had there. We can go ahead and click on these and sell them. And it says our ship is damaged. It's not actually damaged. Right, so the next thing we're going to need is some crew quarters. Currently, we need at least 4 crew members, but I know we're going to add guns and turrets and all this other stuff, so we're going to need a lot more than 4. So we'll go ahead and add. First off, we're going to go ahead and select, not Y, but X. There we go. And there is a little bit of clipping allowed in the ships. Okay. Let's see here. That'll add 29 extra spaces for crew members, which is a good number. And 1 extra upgrade slot. I'll be right back. Shoot. Alright, so apparently I accidentally hit the unrecord button, or stop recording button, and forgot to re-enable it. This is what we've come up with so far. We've just been adding engines to the ship. I don't know when I accidentally hit the button to turn it off, but if I did it on purpose, just forgot to turn it back on or something. But we've come up with this design so far. We're trying to add some more to get our max velocity up. What I could do is I could, and I couldn't do that there though. It's looking like a pretty bulky ship now, but not big enough. Unfortunately, we've had to sell most of our resources here for more money. So I have to go out and mine some more iron. Let's see, I could do this. Let's see, about there. That'll add an extra 3 to our, that's not a whole lot. We'll need an engine that big in order to add 33 to our max velocity. I wonder if adding more weight's gonna just do that. Let's see. No. I don't know what I had it, how I got it up so high in my last, my single player playthrough, because I have a velocity of 200 something. Alright, we'll deal with that. It's looking good as it is. We'll deal with a slightly slower ship. Now, we don't have a cargo bay on this yet, and while a cargo bay isn't strictly necessary, it is useful. So we're going to go ahead and add a cargo bay, I think. If we can build it in here a little bit. Shrink it down some. Now, most of the blocks work by volume, how much they do, and how they change their stats, but some of them work by surface area, as I'll show here with the thrusters. A thruster of this size is essentially going to give us the same brake thrust as a thruster. A thruster of this size is going to give us the same brake thrust, or it should anyway, of a thruster of that size. Yeah. So essentially it is. What I do for this is then I just go ahead and lower down our scaling as much as possible. Try to fit this as much as I can. And stack them. Apparently I can't undo. Oh, apparently I've damaged my ship at some point in time. So I will manually undo, because what I meant to do was do that, and on top of it, give me some, do the mirror. There we go. So x-axis mirroring. If I didn't just fuck that up. Ah. There we go. Got rid of it on both sides. What are we at up to now? We are up to a brake velocity of 17, 22, 26, 30, or 30. And I need more iron. Alright, I'm going to go mine on my drone here for a little bit. To get some more iron, get some more money. I'll be back in a little bit. Our ship is working a little bit. But I'll be back in a bit. Well, while I'm in my drone, let's quickly mine away. The last one just died, but there were some pirates that jumped into the sector. They died over there. I'm going to go ahead and inspect the wreckage and then stop at the equipment dock and sell what loot we have. It'll give me a lot more extra money, and I'll mine these asteroids we're passing on the way back up. So see you in a little bit. I got here to the, there's more fighting going on now. Lovely. I got here to the wreckage site. There isn't a whole lot here. But we are right next to the equipment dock, so let's go ahead and dock here and see what we can sell. Get us some extra money. Hold on. There we go. Well, we're gonna go ahead and sell these upgrades that we got here. We don't need the extra mining system here, because that's kind of useless to us. Same thing with the cargo hold, because we're not really gonna be trading stuff. Same. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that. These will sell. And that got us a decent amount of money. What do these guys got here? Nothing I'm really interested in. For upgrade-wise. How about turret-wise? An exotic double chain gun turret. Yeah. I'm gonna keep the one we got. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and continue mining just a little bit more iron here, collect these guys' stuff if they die, and then I'm gonna continue building the ship. Maybe once we're done there, we can jump out of the sector and explore some more space. That'll probably be the end of the episode, though, is jumping out of the sector. See you in a bit. Now, as I'm flying back to the station that my ship is at, I have my ship targeted, and as you'll see down there in the bottom corner where its health is, it's damaged already. And it's not been flying around or anything, it's because I don't have any crew in it. So, yeah. The ship, I should probably mention a few other things. From what I can tell, you can own multiple ships and you can have them kind of flying around in their own little fleet. I've never gotten to this point, but you can. Of course, you have your crew members, but there are different types of crew members you could have. As far as I can tell, they don't do anything different. There's one basic crew member which can fill any role, and then the more specific ones which cost more. I'm going to guess they just have more experience in the job, and later on will actually do a better job in that job. Now we are actually at our ship. I can go ahead and build. I'm going to go ahead and fill my ship full of crew members because I don't like it taking damage. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and hire a crew, and I don't know off the top of my head how much I need in my ship. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. We're going to get rid of that because it's annoying. And it says we need 6 plus 3, which is 8. So it's going to take me quite a bit. I can't count today. Sorry about that. There. No. Okay, that's weird. Okay. So we got a full crew. They're untrained mechanics, so they'll just repair the ship over time, I guess. Okay. Either way, I can always go ahead here and just do that. That cost me 1,000 to do. That was a lot. We're gonna go ahead and add, since we have the extra titanium now, just a little bit of it anyway. We're gonna go ahead and add a field or a integrity field generator. I have no clue what it does. I guess it just protects the blocks a little bit here. But we don't have a whole lot of extra money going around, or not money, extra titanium to waste, so we're gonna do this in a little amount. We'll put it here, I think. As you can see, building things with titanium gets really expensive. Let's bring this back up to 2.5. So there's that, and we'll add that little weird effect to my ship, and I'm gonna have to undo that. Actually, no, I'm not. Let me go ahead and do this color here. It was solar sky, and we're gonna transform that block into that. There we go. Change the colors. Now, I did see a spot to add an extra engine in, So I will do that. And that's actually going to decrease my max velocity? The heck? Oh, my max velocity is now 200 or 625. Maybe it gives me the numbers with the crew members and everything. I don't know. Let's go ahead and re-add these guys in. We'll add X mirroring. We'll add 2 more there. Onto this side. Okay, a little bit of detailing later. A little bit of armor adding, stuff like that. And this is our finished ship. I need a few more mechanics. One more mechanic. I, of course, also haven't added the guns yet. Which I'll do now. We'll put... it's not going to let me put laser turrets on that, is there? Is it? No, it's not. Alright, so we'll put them here. Do that. Redo whatever I just undid because it didn't delete the turret. Let's go ahead and put mirroring on, and we'll put 2 mining turrets there. And our attack turret. We'll put there. We'll put him right on top here. I only need 1. Let's see, we're gonna put him... I'm supposed to put him there. Now the issue with where I have my turret set up currently is that these mining turrets won't be able to shoot anything directly in front of me. And this guy won't be able to shoot anything above my ship, which will be hard to do, but I'll alter these later on. Eventually. I went ahead and added some detailed colors. So hopefully we should be good. Now let's go ahead and dock at the station. Sorry about the being so many breaks in this episode. It's probably going to stay that way, at least until I get to feeling better. Anyway, let's go ahead and hire some more crew. They've got some more crew members since we last were here because it's been a long time. I've been the last 2 hours, I think, just designing the ship. So it looks like I need 7 members. See if I counted that out right. So I think I've doubled my crew. There we go. Now crews get paid hourly. I think it's real life hour. So yeah. And we can actually also add in one of our upgrades here. So yeah, that's our ship. Currently the stats, if I go into the build mode here, you can see them here. It's quite a heavy ship for its size, but it's got some decent stats to it. Max velocity of 645, better than 200 there. Its turning radius could be better. It's not a very fast turning ship. And its brake thrust could be a lot better, but seems to be pretty good. Now we'll go ahead and we'll go into our ship menu and we'll set up the key bindings here for this. So that's our mini turrets, and that's our upgraded weapon, which we'll take out on this asteroid. Not bad. Alrighty, so we finished our ship. We've got the materials. We're going to crash into something first thing. We've got a bunch of materials and money and stuff now, so why don't we go ahead, we'll do one jump and then we'll go ahead and call it an episode. Now on the map here, you'll see these empty spaces here. We can't go there, at least at the moment. I don't think these are like dimensional or time rifts or something that keep it or prevent us from going there. So we're gonna try to avoid going there. We could go to the next system via the Stargate here, which actually wouldn't be a terrible idea. You'll occasionally see yellow and green blips on the map, and those are points of interest, essentially. There's a lot of them, so yeah. Let's see. I didn't derp. I have to enter the coordinates and jump thing. Now that's way outside of my range, but it'll at least help point me, or it should have helped point me to the gate. Possibly. Well, we've got two gates. We got this one here, which I'm pretty certain is one I'm going to. It's going to cost me $290 to go through. And let's see, it's southwest, and that's heading southwest. Okay. Gates, you have to pay a fee in order to go through, whereas jumping is free. But there's a cooldown whenever you jump. I don't think you get that cooldown if you use a gate. Also, we can adjust our thing here so we can actually look up. There we go. And we're in a new sector. I'm going to go ahead and head over to the nearest resource zone there. It looks like we're in a different controlled area too. Green is a friendly area, blue are neutral areas, red are hostile areas. And you'll see this by the background here. It looks like we're in a neutral area. I don't know what orange means, but I guess it's not good. And each of these factions that control the areas do occasionally get into fights and things. You can help them out, do whatever. Alrighty, well, I think this has been long enough for the first episode. I will see you all next time. Thank you for watching.